Good morning. Today, starting off with some quiet weather here in Fargo. We've got some conditions that are once again pretty cold here this morning, but not as terrible as yesterday. It's still cold, and we're, of course, still in the middle of this Arctic outbreak. So we'll get a little break or a little bit of a slight warm up today, but won't be much to be necessarily noticeable here. So here's a look at our temperatures right now. The wind chills aren't as bad. Our numbers themselves, our readings themselves are not so bad. Out to the east, that's where we're lowest. We're at 11 below in Park Rapids and 8 below in Wadena. It's 7 below in Bemidji and 8 below currently in Fosston. In Fargo, still below zero at 3 below right now. It's 2 below in Grand Forks. You can see some warmer air, just relatively speaking, of course, just off to the west. We're at 7 degrees in Jamestown and 5 in Devil's Lake. Wind chills again down below zero in a lot of spots, but not as low as we were yesterday. Yesterday, we're talking teens to 20s below. Today, more into the single digits to teens below. A 13 below wind chill in Fargo. That's one of our colder wind chills here on the map. And that's because we have a little bit of wind. There are a lot of places reporting calm conditions, so not much of a factor for you there. But for Fargo, we've got that 5-mile-per-hour northwesterly wind, which is not strong at all. But when your temperatures are as low as they are, it does have that impact, regardless of how strong it is. Even a 5-mile-per-hour wind is going to make you feel colder. Visibility looking great. That's a good positive sign. There are some places where we are getting some light snow, some flurries, though. You could see some light blue on the map here, especially in southeastern North Dakota, up toward Grand Forks or Grand Forks County and parts of Nelson County, northern Steele, an area of snow that's developed that's working its way eastward. And in general, we're just looking at some cloudier skies and some spotty areas where we're seeing a little bit of snow. More substantial snow down toward the Twin Cities south from there, and then out to the west, a few flakes there too. So this is one of those days where we could see some off and on flurries flying around. So here's a look at your hour-by-hour planner. So mostly cloudy skies and temperatures that are going to either be holding steady or going up here this morning. And by the time we get into the afternoon, temperatures a degree or 2 or 3 higher than yesterday. Not much, not by much. We're looking at about 9 for Fargo. Up to the north, some single-digit highs, and in the south, more of us around that 10-degree mark, or maybe even a few degrees warmer than that today, which isn't far off of our average for this time of year. It is lower, but not too far off of it here for today. And then heading into this evening, we'll see that wind continue out of the north and temperatures starting their dip. We're going to look at some numbers that are into the teens below up in the Northern Valley by 10 o'clock tonight, and we'll continue that drop into tomorrow morning. This is 8 a.m. tomorrow. You could see a big difference between north and south. Part of the reason for that is that the Southern Valley will have some cloud cover helping us out a little bit to insulate us. So we'll be below zero, but maybe not quite as much below as what we're looking at tomorrow morning up in the north. You can see there is that system passing by to the south of us in South Dakota. So if you're traveling into that direction tomorrow, you're going to run into some snow. And then here in the valley, just some frigid weather. Once that system passes, colder air moving in behind it, and will take over for the day for your Friday. So we'll spend the day below zero across a good portion of the valley. Heading into Friday evening, wind coming in out of the north into some teens, so it's going to feel quite cold. In addition to the fact that it will be cold, we're looking at those temperatures in the teens below even Friday night, and that continues into tomorrow. Here's your photo today. This is really cool. Frost on these teeth here at the Wahpeton Sculpture Park. Thanks, Jane, for sharing that. And in your 7-day planner, again, a cold one here coming up. We've got temperatures right around 10 degrees for your high today, so a brief little warm up. And then heading into the rest of the week and the weekend, we've got that frigid air taking over and a struggle to get to zero throughout the rest of the week and into the weekend. By the time we head into the holiday, warming things back up a little bit, but we have a chance for snow on Monday.